Hi everyone, today I'm talking about some Mandela effects. But before we start, let me just explain what Mandela effects are in case you had never heard of them before. So basically, Mandela effects are things that we remember but aren't actually true. So we can remember one thing and you look back at it or rewatch it or something and it's not as you remember. People believe this is caused by time travellers, which is crazy to think. So yeah, let's begin. So the first Mandela effect is the Mona Lisa always had a smile and never had a blank expression, which I remember the Mona Lisa from photos I've seen of the Mona Lisa. She had like a blank expression like that, but now if you look at the photos of her or go to see her in person, she's smiling, which a lot of people don't remember, and I'm part of that people because, like I said, I remember her having a blank expression. The next conspiracy theory is, in Star Wars, Darth Vader does not say, "Look, I am your father." Instead, he says, "No, I am your father." I remember Darth Vader saying, "Look, I am your father." And there's merch of it saying, "Look, I am your father." But no, if you actually go back and watch the movie, he says, "Look, no, I am your father." Not, "Look, I am your father." No, I am your father. What? That is crazy. The next Mandela effect is in Alice in Wonderland. The Mad Hatter never says, "We are all mad here." He actually says, "Most everybody is mad here." Again, I don't remember that. I remember the Mad Hatter saying, "We are all mad here." Like I said, there's like at the end there's merch saying, "We are all mad here." Like, what? That is crazy. The next one is in the Three Little Pigs book. The wolf actually says to the pigs, "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," instead of down. No, I remember reading it and the book says, "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," not, "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." That doesn't even sound right. Down sounds more correct, and that's what I remember. Like, that is crazy. The next one is Pikachu's tail never had a black part on it. Like at the end of it, it's always just been yellow. No, there was a black stripe thing at the end of his tail. I remember he had a black part at the end, but at the end of his tail, and there's photos of him with the black like part at the bottom. Like, what? It's crazy. The next Mandela effect is in Snow White. The song "Hi Ho, Hi Ho" never went "Hi Ho, Hi Ho" is off the word we go. Instead, it actually says "Hi Ho, Hi Home." It's home from work we go. No, I don't remember that. I remember the dwarfs as they're walking, they're singing "Hi Ho, Hi Ho, it's off the word we go." then so on, so on. Not hi ho, it's home from work we go. What? How? It's crazy. Like, what? This one I don't kinda relate to, but people remember a robber emoji, but Apple has said that it never existed. I never remember a robber emoji, so I can't say much about that. But if you remember a robber emoji, let me know, because I don't. Next one is people remember Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas. He had a glowing nose, as he's supposed to be Rudolph, but he has got a pumpkin on his nose instead. Like, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to Zero's nose, but I have a feeling it is a pumpkin. I haven't watched it Nightmare Before Christmas in a while, but I think I remember a pumpkin, but people remember it just being a glowing nose like Rudolph. But don't know. At the end, let me know. Do you remember a pumpkin or the glowing nose? The next one is in Forrest Gump. The line my mama always said, "Life is like a box of chocolates," but Tom Hanks, who plays Forrest Gump, actually said, life was like a box of chocolates. Which I've only started recently, like a couple of months ago. I watched Forrest Gump for the first time, and I only heard that line. But let me know, Dean, do you remember, like, my mama always said life was like a box of chocolates? Cause I think actually I might have seen it a while ago, and when I was like a kid, like, or heard something about it. I think I do remember Tom Hanks or Forrest Gump saying, my mama used to say life was like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're doing today. And I think I do remember that, but like I said, when I watched it a couple months ago, it says life was like a box of chocolates. So yeah, I don't know, that's what I'm gonna go with. The last Mandela effect I have on my list here is in The Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch actually said fly, fly, fly to her monkey. Fins them, don't know what you call it, her monkeys. But if you watch the movie now, the witch actually just says, instead of fly my pretty, she just says fly, fly, fly. Which I do remember when I first watched Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch did say to her monkeys, fly my pretties, fly, fly. So let me know, which one do you remember? Do you remember fly my pretties, fly, fly, or just fly, fly, fly? So we could be from another universe, which is truly different, because whatever ones you remember and what ones you don't remember could indicate which universe you're from, apparently. I don't know how that works, but yeah, Dan, let me know which ones you remember. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you want a part 2, so there's more I could cover, let me know and I'll do it. So yeah, Please subscribe, I'll appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.